Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are coming in with our solo trials number 4 for Hoplomachus Origins. This one takes us to the city of Atlantis, and the goal of this trial is to defeat the other um, the other side's champion. For this first scenario in Atlantis, we're just fighting the one champion of Gadir. He has 5 health. He has the ability Intimidate, which I'll bring that up for you real quick. Opposing units within this unit's tactical range cannot use basic attacks when attacking this unit. So that's something I had to take into consideration when I was drafting my team of 6. Now, the thing that's special about this map is you'll see here in the middle there is a Trident Spear. What you can do is if you end moving on the spear, you can pick it up. While you're holding the spear, it'll work in one of 3 ways. The first way is if you just do a basic attack, it gives you elevated, which will give you +1 damage. You can throw the spear at the opposing player and roll a yellow, blue, and green die for damage. And then the spear will drop at the bottom of their feet, which they can pick up if they don't move their next turn. And lastly, you can throw it into an adjacent space up to 3 hexes away from you, and you can summon this sea monster. And then you flip this coin. He has 2 sides. One has Retaliate and Combat Lock, and the other has First Strike and Combat Lock. He cannot move. He's stationary, so basically you're going to throw him next to the opponent and lock them down, or he's going to do the similar thing to me. Okay, now what can Gadir do? And by the way, I apologize if I butcher these names. I really do not know how to say most of them. But what Gadir can do is if he rolls a blue, he's gonna gain the skill of cover. And what I'll do is I'll probably just put a die on him like so to indicate that he has cover. What the skill cover will do is he'll have it basically through my turn. And if I move within 2 hexes of him, he gets to roll a yellow die against me. I believe it's a yellow die. Let me double check. Yep, 1 yellow die. Anytime an opposing unit passes over or ends its move on a hex within this unit's attack range. Okay, so it's just his attack range, which in this case is just 1. So that's good. Second is green. Green, basically, he's going to summon the spear. No matter where it is, even if you have it equipped, he's going to summon it. And then if he already has it, he's going to throw it and summon the sea monster. On a yellow, he's going to take charge. Basically, he's going to teleport to you, or to the weakest unit, and then do a basic attack. And his basic attack is a black and a blue. And it becomes an alt attack, so things like Retaliate or Intercept Blow won't work against it. And then finally, on a black die, he's just going to do a basic attack. And remember that the spear grants the skill Elevated. So if he had used green and just got the spear, then and he rolled a black as well, he's going to get Elevated. So there we go. Easy enough. The team I chose and the strategy I'm going to try goes a little something like this. So I have our old friend Korykos back. 1 hit, no roll. She's ready. She has True Strike. So the plan with her is on my very first turn, she's going to be my champion. So when you play solo, your champion gets double health, and it has to be the first one you deploy. When you play versus or 2-player, both champions get double health. In the solo rules, the board player does not get double health. So Gadir will start with 5, but Korykos will start with 4 instead of her 2. And that's kind of a risk, running her out there as my champion on this board. But my plan is to first move, get her out there, run for the Trident, or get her out there, deploy her out there, put the dodge tactic on her. So basically she can't get hit for 1 round. And then run out, get the spear, pick it up, and throw it at Gadir right away. Because since I have ready, I'm able to attack the first time. And then my second turn, after he does his thing, he won't be able to hurt me, which will be good. I'll then bring out my defender, get him down below Korykos, and then have her move to him to help protect her a little bit, hopefully. And then I have a Marauder, which he has a range of 2, and he's ready, so he can also attack when he is deployed. So I'll try to get him on the board. Maybe use my other tactic, which is adding a blue die to a unit's basic attack. Either putting it on my Marauder or putting it on my Archer. Just give a little bit more range so the Intimidate doesn't come into effect. So that's the plan. I guess we'll see how it works out, huh? So here we go. I'll get my Korykos out with her 1, 2, 3, 4 health. Doesn't really matter where she starts, so I'm going to deploy her here. I'm going to deploy the tactic Dodge, so she can't be hurt by basic or alt attacks for 1 round. Now she's going to move to the Trident and pick it up. And with her first, I could summon the monster and lock him down. I don't know if I want to do that because he'll be able to break the combat lock pretty easy. So I think what I'm going to do is just throw it. And that's called Trident Spear. Unit makes up to a 3 range attack using a green, blue, and yellow die. Spear is placed beneath the target unit. Spear is an arena granted alt attack. Okay, so I'm going to equip the spear. And then for my attack phase, I am going to throw it at Kadir. It'll land at his feet. And I will get a green, yellow, and blue die. Green, yellow, and blue. So I'll go ahead and roll those up. And I got 2 hits. So just like that, I got 2 of his 5 off of there. Now I just need to protect her. So, Gadir's turn. He will roll 1 of each color. 1 of each color. Holy moly. He rolled it all. So, he's going to gain the skill Cover. Let's put that on there to remind us. He's going to summon the spear. He now has the spear. He's going to take charge. Move directly to the weakest unit, and basic attack becomes an alt attack for this turn. So he's going to move here. I'm not even going to bother to do his basic attack since I ignore all damage from basic and alt attacks for 1 round. So the second half of that I'm not going to do. Oh, the yellow he doesn't even actually attack. Move directly to the weakest unit and basic attack becomes an alt attack for this turn. And then since he rolled a black, he would basic attack, which won't hurt me. So I am very thankful I put that dodge on there. So it's to my turn. The dodge comes off. That tactic is used up. So the second part of my plan, get out my defender. Right here. I'm going to move, you know what, let's put my defender over here. Yeah. And then I'm going to move Korykos 1, 2. right here. And that will be the end of my turn. So his cover will come off, and Gadir will now roll for his turn. Everything but black. So now he's going to move and gain the skill cover. And you know what I didn't do last time was I didn't move. I don't know why I didn't move. But it wouldn't have mattered because he teleported there anyways, so it wouldn't have mattered. Move and gain skill cover this round. The cover is the default ability cover, not an innate, as in, okay, therefore the cover triggers only once this round. Clarifies that the cover holds until the start of the next board's turn when you need to roll a dice for the champion. So I guess if he moves and you get into his cover range, then he's going to attack as well. But again, I ignored all damage, so it would not have mattered. But it will in this case. So let me look up cover one more time because I'm a little confused about that. Roll 1 yellow die anytime an opposing unit passes over and or ends its movement on a hex within this unit's attack range. Each hex within an attack range grants this roll. See, I think that would only occur when it's on my turn. Like, if he moves into range, it would be weird for him to do cover. I'm going to play it that way, because that's the way I've been playing it. That if I move into his range, or end movement within his range, then the cover will take effect. Not if he moves into my range. So anyways, he is going to move first. So Kadir, move towards the closest opposing unit and then the weakest opposing unit. So he's going to move towards Korykos. He's going to move 1, 2. Actually, who's here? 1, 2. Okay. Next, green, summon throw spear. So the spear is automatically equipped. If already equipped, use the spear ability against the leader, weakest unit. So he's going to use the spear ability, which is to throw it and summon. And then I'm going to have him throw it here and summon the beast, which I'll flip. And it's the first strike with the combat lock. That's unfortunate. And then he rolled yellow. Take charge. Move directly to the weakest unit, and basic attacks become an alt attack for this turn. Okay, well, luckily he's not attacking, so that's good. But now it's the sea monster's turn, and he does have first strike, so he will attack with 1 green. And he misses. So now it's my turn, and I got to worry about that cover, which I'm not super worried about. I kind of wonder, oops. Anytime an opposing unit passes over and or ends its move on a hex within this unit's attack range. So like if I move around it, is it going to roll yellow dice for each one? I'll need to look that up. I don't think I'm planning on doing that, but that one's throwing me off a little bit. Anyways, I think I shall... I'm going to bring in my archer with 2 health right here. That's my deploy. And I'm going to deploy the Surge of Strength on my archer. Add 1 blue die to this unit's basic attack. And then we're going to attack. So first, Korykos, if I don't move, am I ending movement in that range? That's what I'm not understanding. Who's already next to me. Hopefully somebody can help me out with cover. Roll 1 yellow die anytime an opposing unit passes over and or ends its move on a hex within this unit's attack range. Each hex within attack range grants this roll. Alright, well I'm going to say he gets to roll it because I'm already in that range. So, and he missed. So, if it's wrong, it's wrong. And that ability works once, so that's gone. Okay, so Korykos is going to do a 1-hit no roll. And then my archer will attempt to hit him with a black, a yellow, and a blue. So this could actually end it right now. 2 hits. And that's it. We have defeated Gadir. So that strategy worked out pretty well, having that 1 round of not taking any damage with her and getting her to the spear, using it right away, and then getting behind the defender on the next turn. So, yeah, I like that strategy. So, trial number 4 is in the books, and I think this is where it's going to start getting a little bit tougher. So I'll see you on trial number 5, and hopefully I'll have some better information on cover on the next video.